Let's do it, bud.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Corey with Level Up Group, and I'm here with one of my good friends, colleague, insurance extraordinaire, Anthony Synchronelli from Ironside Insurance. And Anthony is one of the best in the business. Been working with this guy for a really, really long time. We refer all of our clients to him, and every client that's made a decision to use him has not only been really happy with the service, but also saved just a ton of money. So, Anthony, thanks for being here today. Appreciate it, buddy.
Corey, I appreciate having me. It's always a pleasure to speak with you and broadcast a message out to your clients.
Cool. Thanks, man. So tell me a little bit about Ironside and kind of what you do there and the process that you guys use. And I know that usually what we'll do is we'll introduce you guys to our clients through email, but from there, kind of tell me about what you guys do and your company.
Yeah, absolutely. So Ironside's headquartered in Boston, but we serve all of Massachusetts, New England for that matter. And, I kind of have a strong emphasis on the South Shore with a lot of the realtors, well, not only yourself, your team, but, all the KW ones. So it's been going great. As far as us, we specialize, in commercial and in personal. We work heavily with realtors, lenders, closing attorneys. So the way we've been able to do that is we have, I think we're up to over 30 carriers now that write home insurance. So no matter what the situation is, as you've seen, if they're in a flood zone, we can write it. If they're on the wall in Situate, we can write that. If they have, and I kind of said it's joking, but we've had it. If someone had 4 pit bulls, we were able to find a carrier for that. If you have multifamilies, investment properties, we have everything. So we'll shop around, make sure we get the best rate and great coverage.
Nice. Awesome. So you mentioned something that I think most of our people here on the South Shore is super important for us to know about, and that's flood insurance, right? It can be
Correct.
The difference between a deal happening and not.
Flood insurance can certainly make or break a deal. So the big thing you want to know right now, and this has changed, it's probably seen in the last 3-4 years, and I don't know if everyone's aware of it, but some lenders used to require you had to carry a FEMA flood policy if you were in a high-risk flood zone. That is no longer the case. You are now allowed with most lenders, and I'd say 99% of them, you can go to a private market flood carrier.
Okay.
So to give you an idea, where I live in Wollaston Beach, the FEMA policy was $3,300. The private market flood carrier that we've been using for the last couple of years was $1,900.
Jeez.
And we just got another private market carrier, and that came in was $1,100.
Wow.
So if you're in a flood zone, you definitely want to do your due diligence. You want to shop this around. There are more options out there now that hadn't been in the past. So anyone that's buying in a flood zone, you do a great job of this. When you're looking at properties, you'll send the address over to me, so your clients are aware going into it. Hey, here's this beautiful house in Hull. Caution though, it's $2,500 a year in flood insurance, so that helps them make the decision. I've heard horror stories where clients, were 2 weeks away from closing, and the lender goes, "Hey, we need flood insurance," and we've had to come back and say, it's going to be $4,000 a year, and
wow.
They were not expecting that in their budget. So, your team does a great job of this. I've never had that happen with you, but
Thanks, man.
it's something people certainly want to know on the South Shore and North Shore for that matter. But it is more prevalent on the South Shore. You really got to be careful if you're going that close to the water how that's going to impact your monthly payments when you factor in the flood in the home.
Yeah, no, I think that's good to know, specifically about flood insurance, but also just any type of insurance, right? Like you said that we reach out pretty early, but how early is too early? Is it too early? Like when do you think a client or somebody should reach out about insurance?
If you're going to buy in a flood zone, I think you should do it even when you go to the listing, or you go to the showing, I should say. Get an idea to help you know if you actually want to put an offer in or not. You've been doing this a while. You have a good idea what's in a flood zone, what's not. So if it's not a flood zone, really, right when they sign a purchase and sale agreement, that's a good time to get involved in the insurance. Prior to that, they have a lot going on with the banks. Get the document signed. Talk with the attorney. Right when they sign a purchase and sale, they usually have a couple-week lag before the client has to get heavily involved again. Okay. So I always think that's the best time to get involved with the homeowner's insurance. A lot of banks, they want to get that binder, a week or two prior to closing. But I would say, about a month before closing is ideal because it's not as hectic then, and you can certainly, focus your time and make sure you get the best price, best coverage.
Yeah. And so Anthony does a great job too of bundling a bunch of services. So we're not only just talking about flood insurance, homeowners insurance, things like that. He can actually bundle a bunch of stuff. Let's say I have some policies now and I'm not really happy with my payment, and I would love to have you take a look at what's the best way to do that.
Shoot me an email or give me a call. That's the easiest way there, and I'll certainly be sure to have our contact information in this for you so everyone has it. But you're certainly right. When you bundle your auto and home, carriers will give you anywhere from a 15 to 35% discount. So
A huge savings.
yeah, so a lot of people are always like, oh, I'm going to call Geico up, and Geico, I'll tell you right now, is a great auto insurance carrier. We never say a bad thing about them. They personally do not write home insurance. Now, Geico can offer you home quote. They're going to bundle or they're going to farm it out usually to the Liberty Mutual, Travelers, Narragansett Bay, Massachusetts, and we have a lot of those carriers, so we're going to be looking at the same ones too.
Cool.
When it comes to the home insurance.
Awesome. Well, guys, listen, insurance, super important thing. A lot of people don't think about it when they're buying a home. It's something that pops up and like, oh, shoot, I got to get insurance. So it's a very real thing. If you want to get any more information about insurance, you want to connect with somebody, you want to just find out if your policy is all that it was brought up to be by the person who gave it to you, give Anthony a call. His information is right here, either on this video or it'll be written up for you. We've had several people tell us that they thought they had really good competitive rates as a bundle. We shot them over to Anthony, even Mark on our team, and was able to save somewhere in the neighborhood of $900 or $1,100 per year with all the different things that was bundled up. So it's a really good idea to call Anthony. Anthony, thank you, buddy, for coming in.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, can't wait.
Shake your hand, but I guess
Can't
we'll
really
do the
do that,
elbow
right?
with this stuff now.
Perfect. All right, buddy. Thanks so much.
I appreciate it. Thanks,
All right.
Clark.
Yep, bye.